7 points against the Utah Jazz, a game in which the defense of a scheme that Billy Donovan has called thus far has been really confusing, and we'll break that all down. But first, we got to get into the intro.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
All right, Bulls fans. So this game, the Bulls are down by 7. They've shown some flashes to show that they could play pretty well in this game. Zach LaVine is attacking. He's 3 for 8. Nikola Vucevic 7 for 13. He's taking too many threes in this game so far. The Bulls have only made 3 of 10 3-pointers, whereas the Utah Jazz are 11 of 24. Lauri Markkanen has 24 points in the first half. He's 9 of 10 from the field, and that's where my problems start coming out for this team. Is there's been, in this game so far, Patrick Williams has only guarded Lauri Markkanen on 3 possessions. There's been a lot of, like, Alex Caruso, even Goran Dragic was on Lauri at some point. A DeMar DeRozan on Lauri at one point as well. Just a lot of that stuff just really doesn't make sense. You're looking at it like, then on top of that, there's been point guards on Kelly Olynyk, whereas like Nikola Vucevic has been on wing players. The defensive scheme in this game is why the Bulls are completely down. Let me not say completely, right? Because Lauri's just hot from the field right now. The Utah Jazz are shooting the ball decently. They're 53% overall from the field. But the thing is the matchups. The matchups in this have just been terrible. Terrible. I don't understand why there are so many guards on centers in this game for the Chicago Bulls. You've had Drummond out there. You had Vooch out there. You've had Patrick Williams out there. Drummond in this game, 7 minutes already more than what he's played, exactly what he played all of last game. Like, the mismatches that the Bulls are allowing are ridiculous. The lack of rotation, the lack of getting out to the three-point line, ridiculous. The Bulls are just doing a lot of things defensively on top of the coaching, on the scheme, the defensive scheme. This is just, listen, the defense is failing us right now. If the Bulls can step it up defensively in the second half, this game looks completely different. But if it keeps being this, if you keep seeing Alex Caruso on Lauri Markkanen more than Patrick Williams, you go ahead and figure out this game's a loss. I'm just going to tell you right now. This game is a loss if that's the case. If that's how Billy Donovan is going to run the defense on this team, just say you want to lose then, Billy. Say you want to lose. Are you trying to get fired? Is that what's happening? I have not seen so many mismatches for the Chicago Bulls defensively that just don't make it. And it's different than when the Bulls don't have the personnel out there. The Bulls have the personnel. They're just not using it correctly. Even seeing Javonte Green on Colin Sexton as much in this game. Now, Colin, it does have 9 points, but we saw last season Javonte Green guards Lauri Markkanen pretty well, even with the size mismatch. I just don't understand what Billy Donovan and this coaching staff are trying to do in this game. I don't understand it at all. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Like, and it's just like Billy Donovan, what do you feel sorry for Lauri? You're trying to let him cook? Why is Patrick Williams not on Lauri Markkanen every single possession? It just doesn't make any sense. Strategically, logically, basketball-wise, it does not make any sense. That Patrick Williams has only guarded Lauri Markkanen on a handful of possessions this game. It doesn't make any sense. Jamal in the building. Here come all the Bulls fans about to say we should have never traded. Oh, you already know it's coming. You already know it's coming. Malachi says, it's fucking hard to watch these motherfuckers like, what the fuck? Absolutely. That's a lot of fuck, but absolutely. Petty Roosevelt going to go off. Oh, man, listen, that's why God took my voice right now, because he knows I was going to go off. Okay, see, this is how I start knowing when somebody hasn't been watching the game. Honestly, Lauri, on the 5 possessions that Patrick Williams has guarded Lauri Markkanen on, Lauri scored on one of them. He got fouled on another one. This is not Patrick Williams Patrick Williams isn't getting the matchup. That's part of the issue. Patrick Williams is not guarding Lauri Markkanen. That is part of the issue in this. Absolutely. Again, are you watching the game? This isn't about well, if you can say offensively, you can definitely say offensively. You can definitely say offensively, but he's not the one guarding Lauri Markkanen in this. He's not. Exactly, Brandon. Why is why is Patrick Williams not guarding Lauri Markkanen? I have no idea. Aiden, the designer, says you're saying what I was thinking regarding the matchup. So, it's just weird. It's just weird. The matchups that it doesn't make any sense. It does not make any sense how Billy Donovan is doing these defensive matchups. It just doesn't. Steve-O Speaks says the assignments all fucked up. Yeah, the defensive assignments are trash in this one. Melvin says Billy Donovan was the reason why we lost the Pelican games at home. Patrick Williams, you're your best defender. Guard was doing great on Brandon Ingram. Then when he took P. Will out on the fourth, Brandon went off. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right there. Cameron, Pat should be hounding Lauri. Billy needs to kill this switch-heavy defense. It's crazy. It's wild, bro. It's crazy. Brandon Peck says, what up, Haize? What's going on, Brandon? Glad to have you here. By the way, everybody hit that subscribe button. Trying to get to 10,000 subscribers by my birthday, which is next Monday. Probably not going to happen, but we're trying to get as close as possible to it. On the go, Chicago Sports says agree. He'll even DJJ would be nice to throw out there. Absolutely. You already know. Kadaro says, Haize, already getting my popcorn ready for you to snap after the game. It's coming. It's definitely coming. I don't think the players trust Billy at this point. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't say that. I don't know, but that shit's crazy, man. The mid-range isn't working for Zach at the moment. I'm glad he's driving to the basket more. Also, hopefully this indicates a slowdown for the Jazz. They really give the impression that they can't miss. Yeah, I mean, hopefully that comes, and for Lauri as well. Hopefully that comes as well, that Lauri slows down a little bit and we have a better defensive scheme against him. One good thing is that for those that want to give up on people, look at the year Lauri and look at what happens when you give a guy time to develop. That's a great point. Definitely a great point there. That behind the back pass from Dragic to Drummond was nice, though. Yeah, definitely was. Definitely was. Why are Tony Bradley and Marcus Simonovic on the main roster? If they're not going to play time, then for fuck's sake, trade them players for who deserves playing. It's not that easy. You can't just – listen, every team has back of the bench guys. Let's not act like every team has players that don't play. That's Tony Bradley. Marcus Simonovic is a young player. He's down in the G League. But again, even you're not going to get anything back if you trade them. You're definitely not getting shit back. If you get a an Italian beef from Portillo's back for Tony Bradley, you won the trade. We getting phone calls tonight, Haize. I hope AK calls. We'll see what happens with that. It has to come organically. I can't plan that. I keep telling you, bro, Billy small ball scheme. It's not Billy small ball scheme. Yeah, but you're getting into that. But I blame the front office for not getting enough sizes off. Exactly. You hit the nail on the head there, right? You hit the nail on the head. Like, Billy is playing the best players on the roster. It's only so much you can do when your best players are all guards. We're running basically 4 guards and a center out there more times than not. That's just what we're doing. Haize, can you tell Bulls fans to chill? They acting like we're not going against a top 5 offense. I mean, at the end of the day, it's this, though, right? You can't tell somebody to calm down when the team's just not executing. Yeah, it's a top 5 offense, but when you look at it, the defensive scheme has been trash so far. The defensive effort on top of that scheme being whack has been trash so far. So it's always gonna be a hard game with that point. Like always, this game is a game of runs. Hopefully, it's the Bulls' turn to dominate from behind the arc next half. Hey, listen, from your mouth to God's ears there, brother. From your mouth to God's ears. I'll take a bag of Takis over Tony Bradley. Yeah, for sure. For sure. We are letting them get good looks. Yeah, the all the switches. And that's one thing. What have I always said, right? When you do random shit to Billy Donovan, he doesn't know how to adjust to that. The amount of switches that the Utah Jazz are forcing, the defense really hasn't gotten much chance to set up on some of these possessions. But even then, it still doesn't excuse what we're seeing from this team right now. Bro, Melvin, you were being very hopeful. There's not much change coming from this team, not this season. I can guarantee you that. After this loss, after next loss, whatever it is, there's not much change coming. I'm telling you that. If Laurie in, then P. Will should be in. If DeMar's what are you doing, son? Oh, what's up, baby girl? In the dryer. Okay. All right. And you just let the cat in here? Disrespectful. Vooch and Dre should be fed the ball in the paint every play. Wouldn't say every play, especially not Dre, but they definitely need to feed Vooch a lot more than what they have so far. You have to force Laurie to drive. He's way too comfortable shooting the three. Yeah. I mean, that's that. Yeah, he's playing with a lot of confidence right now, and they let him get out real early. Laurie playing like this, the exact reason why fans shouldn't be so desperate to trade Pat. Opportunity breeds success, so Pat just needs the opportunity over our vets to develop. I wouldn't say necessarily over our vets, but he definitely needs some shit ran for him, period, and he doesn't really get it. Yuli in the building. Hey, Haize, first time I'm seeing Laurie play, and what the hell is he exactly? Who we need on our team, a big body who can score. Everyone remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for that, Yulia. But I will say this. Laurie Markkanen's defensive liability next to a player like Vooch would never work. That's almost as bad as DeMar and Zach defensively next to each other. That would be, at that point, you would need Lonzo back. Lonzo would have to guard 5 players on every play. I understand why Laurie isn't on the team anymore. When I first started this channel, one of the first videos that I did do was that I hope the Bulls could have worked it out with Laurie Markkanen, because that was still that before Laurie was officially gone. We know why it didn't happen, but it is what it is. John Michael, yo, Haize, just subscribe to your channel. Been watching your vids for months. Love your content. Keep up the great work. On that note, of course, the Bulls are making Laurie look like Curry. Absolutely. And we play Golden State Sunday on ESPN. This team plays like that, it's going to be real ugly. Real ugly. Let's see what else we got. Gio in the building. Bulls will win this. Jazz can't keep this up. The Bulls play tighter on defense, on the defensive end, and play with the intensity we've seen against the Celtics and the Bucks. Listen. Yeah, it sounds easy, right, when you put it that way, and especially because we've seen them do it before. But this is the thing that I said last game, right? After 2 days off, you can't come out flat. This team still is coming out flat. They don't have the excuse of back-to-backs or anything like that. They're coming out flat. Animals. But yeah, so they need to make big improvements in this second half. We need to see it. DeMar's like 1 for 7. It's some bad shit going on right now. All right, they just game's back. I'll be back here post game. Make sure you guys are here. Hit the subscribe button on your way out. Love you guys. Peace, y'all.